All right, hello and welcome to the Teed Up podcast. We've got a Drouin Pro-Am special today. Lucky enough to be joined by Anthony Bambridge, Golf Operations Manager, and Ryan Hammond, the course Superintendent. Boys, so the first time in 12 years that the Pro-Am's coming back to Drouin. How did that one come about?
Look, it was just a brief discussion in the pro shop between myself and club manager, Randall Mitchell. Probably about 18 months ago now, we sort of threw it up in the air to maybe let's host a Pro-Am again and see how we go with it. Number one, could we come up with sponsors? Number two, could the board approve of it? So originally I think they weren't too keen on the idea, but it was pretty quick. Like when we first spoke about it, we only had 6 months to sort of organise it. So I think after talking it out for a little bit, they decided to go ahead with it for 2026. So yeah, after a long layoff, we're happy to have it back at Drouin.
Awesome, unreal. And Ryan, so you've obviously been here a long time, 13-time club champion. You told me this morning. Snuck it in there pretty quick.
Get that in.
What part of the golf course for you are you most excited to sort of show off here at Drouin?
Oh, look, I think our greens are typically renowned as some of the best in the area. I'm pretty proud of the way we manage them, and they're generally year-round in really good shape. So I think the guys will enjoy coming here and playing on the greens. Same again, our fairways. We've got the Santa Ana turf here. I am probably biased, but I think they're probably as good a fairways as you'll see in the Sandbelt this time of year. We've got a few areas at the moment that are getting line planted. So there's a couple of fairways that aren't fully covered. So come the Pro-Am, they won't be in great shape, but that's moving forward. They'll be really good moving forward. So, but no, look, greens and fairways, especially around here, are really good.
Yeah. So you talk about Anthony about the excitement of the Pro-Am coming back. What was the feedback like with the members?
It's been a little bit overwhelming actually. We put it out to the members, like we opened up our entry forms to the members, and within like 2 weeks we pretty much, the morning field was chockers, which was really well received by the members. We've still got a few vacancies for the afternoon, but we're waiting to see how many we're going to fill with our sponsors that may come, may not come, before we open it up again for the members. But yeah, overall, very happy with the members' support for the Pro-Am.
Awesome. And you mentioned the sponsors, so who
look, I'd like to, maybe if we can mention a couple of our major sponsors. We've got the Bendigo Bank. We have Reflect, which is one of our members. He owns that company. We have Warragul City Ford. At Realty is a real estate agent from one of our members as well, Jeff Delzotto. Sheridan Homes, who's a new sponsor we just received, hopefully, we think in the last week or so. Awesome. They're pretty keen to jump on board.
Awesome.
And McLennan Electrical, which is another one of our members, Simon. So yeah, we're really grateful to all of those and all our partnering sponsors as well, which we've got many of. So we're very, very pleased with the support we've received.
Sounds like it's really well supported. I guess so. Both you boys have obviously been in the professional game. Now, how important do you think it is for the members to have a game with a professional around Drouin? Like, do you think that's a great service to offer with the Pro-Am thing for those guys to get to see that, get to feel that?
Me personally, I think it's a great thing for the members to see how professionals actually play the game. I think they get some advice off the pros as well at times, and I think overall, I think it's a good thing for the members to play with the pros.
I'd agree. We've both done it. We've both been out there, and you, Brad, have done it. Do it. We still do it.
Do it sometimes.
It's important, I think, as a professional, to understanding that you are giving a group of members a day out as well. I guess it is easy when you're out there and you're focusing on your job and it's your livelihood and you want to play well, but you've sort of got to have that ability to be really good to your playing partners as well.
Definitely.
Otherwise, your playing partners could potentially have a really ordinary day if your pro's not, being quite as friendly as they could be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
So both you boys going to play on the day?
Yeah, absolutely. I will.
You're going to give the pro a hard time?
I'll probably. Well, I think I'm planning on. There's a few boys that I know quite well still, so I'm hoping I can maybe be paired with them. We'll have a fun day. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm hoping to play, but like I said, I'll see how I go, whether I play as a pro or play as a member.
Nice. I like it.
We'll see how we go.
Awesome. So, what kind of work behind the scenes does it take to make this sort of day successful? What are you boys sort of doing over in the next month or so to get this thing up and running? I guess from a course-wise with you, Ryan, and then Anthony from a operations standpoint, what sort of work goes into the next month?
Look, I think for the operation point of for our side of it is most of it's done. We do a lot of the background work earlier on in the piece, like I said, members getting entry forms, sponsorship, of course, raising the money for sponsorship. I think now for Ryan's got the hard gig now. He's got the next month to contend with the weather. There's all kinds of things that will come into it over the next month for him to get the course up and about ready for the Pro-Am. So I think preparation for us is we've done it. It's easy now, and it's up to Ryan to to prep with the course, and hopefully the weather helps him out.
Yeah, well, look, weather is everything in what we do. So I'm already sort of putting plans in place to get ready for it. This week, even we punched holes in greens and dusted them and all that sort of stuff. February is a really busy month for us as it is, with a few other club championships, and we've got Leanne's charity day as well. So it's going to be a really busy month. Lots of big events. So we're not going to be able to do those normal sort of cultural practices as it is. So we've sort of got prepared to not be able to do that through February. So we're doing a lot of that now. Have the greens, and especially the greens, ready to go come that time of the year. So it's going to be a big month, lots of golf and lots of big events, so it'll be good. Yeah.
Awesome. So we spoke about the members. How about just the community in general? Like, what do you think the event like this is going to do for Drouin as a community? Like, obviously we've got 5 events in 5 days now with Yarram joining. Like, how important is it for Gippsland golf to get this back? To get this swing, like such a strong swing back.
Yeah, I think it's good for the whole region, really. Like, obviously Warragul used to have the Super 6, that's no longer here. That used to be good for the region for golfing wise as well. So this is like a mini version of that, I suppose, like 5 days of golf in a row. It's something that we discussed with all of the clubs before we decided our date to get together and let's make one, not one big event, but like 5 separate events, but day after day after day, to try and make it a whole community thing. So we think hopefully we'll get some people out and about and get people involved in golf. They'll see it on social media and stuff like that. I hope.
Yeah, unreal.
Producer Johnny here off screen. Well, maybe just as part of the promotion for, like, the 5 days in a row. What are the other pro-ams that are just around, just in case people want to come down and watch 5 days of great Gippsland golf?
Yep, sure. So we start with day 1, which will be on the Wednesday, I think it is.
Yep.
Don't quote me the day.
Yeah, 4th, I reckon.
4th, yep. So we will have Garfield, which is just down the road from us. Then on the Thursday will be Trafalgar. And then on the Friday we have ours here, obviously on the Friday the 6th. Then Saturday the 7th will be at Warragul. And then Sunday will be at Yarram.
Incredible. What a great swing.
Yeah, so it's a really good swing. Look, we hope it attracts a few players. Like, we see our entries already. Every event that's running at the moment have got well over 100 pro entries.
That's awesome.
Which is, it's sad because there's a lot of guys that are going to miss out. But we'll accommodate who we can, and we're looking forward to having all the pros come down.
I think it's an area down here where everyone focuses on the Sandbelt, and there's obviously the Peninsula and even Geelong Way down Ballerine, and this is not an area that people really talk about to come and play golf, and yet there's some good golf courses there. And I think that's just going to give it good exposure in that respect.
And again, I think when all the pros do come down here, they'll go, wow, these courses are actually a lot better than what they thought they'd be before they come down for a game.
Yeah,
because all the courses are quite good in the region that we're talking about. Look, I think they'll enjoy coming down for the 5 days.
I think they're definitely all on the improve as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like everyone I've been to, like here, Garfield, like the improvement I've seen in the last 5 to 10 years, unbelievable. Like as you talk about the fairways that are getting put in here, and as I said, even the membership, like I don't know, is this clubhouse pretty new as well?
No, the clubhouse has been, this is the original position of the old clubhouse. We just had it renoed probably...
It's unbelievable.
I'm thinking 10 to 12 years ago.
Yeah.
How many would I be right in saying that?
Might even be longer than that, is it?
Yeah, it's quite a while ago. It's the same structure, but just a total facelift.
It's an awesome setup.
So it'd probably be new for most of the pros that were here in the last lot of pro-ams. They would probably not have seen this clubhouse before, but same position and stuff. Obviously, since then we've got the driving range. We've got so many new things that have gone on here.
Is that
new 17th green?
Is that bringing more members, more golfers
100%,
into flat
100%.
out?
Like, there's a lot of golfers that use the range that maybe don't use the golf course, but it's definitely a busy little hub down there on the range at times.
Women and children that you're seeing on the range, it's great. Because you wouldn't typically, especially women, like 5 years ago, hardly any women you'd see out here, and now there's lots of women coming with their boyfriends or even coming on their own.
Absolutely,
which is really good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That was really awesome to see. Like, sort of, I've been watching from afar. Sort of big fan of like Drouin golf course, and just to see like the last time the range, the shed wasn't even there. I remember there was a suit of armor somewhere down the range that you just sort of hit. So I'm a bit sad that that's not there anymore. But what are the other sort of initiatives that you can maybe shed a light on from a Drouin perspective? Not just talking from the pro-am, but it's just like it's great to see Gippsland golf like sort of get this reward. So are there any other initiatives you can share just in terms of why people should come down to Gippsland or even Drouin?
Well, in regards to the golf course, look, I know we've still got a lot of plans for improvements. We're even looking at as we speak, looking at the 19th hole,
awesome.
which will be really good because we want to do a lot more work out on the golf course. And we've just finished our 17th green, but we had to play a temporary green for a good sort of 8 to 9 months, which members weren't overly fan of, which is understandable. So we get this incorporation of a 19th hole will allow us to, as a lot of good golf courses have, they have that extra hole. So when they do work on the course, they can play their 19th hole with an extra hole. So that's exciting for me, and I think the majority of members will really appreciate that. And it'll double, because it's going to be not far from the clubhouse, it'll double as a short game area as well when it's not in use. So it should be really good.
From a perspective, because I see all three of you sitting there wearing different hats, Brad being the defending Beacons Hill Pro-Am champion, so he's absolutely rinsing the circuit. Anthony, you are I would say the host professional.
Yep.
Ryan, you are pretty much in charge of setting deadly pins. I really hope you do actually. Three on's the minimum.
I've been told I'm not allowed to from the PGA, so I've got 3.5
on then. It'd be great to get your perspective. Whoever wants to go first, like what from each of those hats, what does it take to throw a great Pro-Am from your side, and as well, what does it take to have a great Pro-Am from, like, say, the regular punters, from the AM side, if I'm going to join in? I would love to pick your brains on that.
Well, look, as an amateur, I suppose, they just want to come and have a great day with the pros and maybe learn the odd thing from a professional and see how golf can be played. As a professional, like, we just want to obviously go out there and play the best game we can play and maybe give the members a good day out. But, you know, my score's irrelevant, really, what I have. I mean, I don't go out there and expect to win. I don't compete that much anymore with those sort of guys. But I think overall it's just a smoothly run day. I hope that we, you know, from start to finish, it's a, you know, very well organised event, which I think makes a good event.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably my experience with golf and having played in these events in the past, naturally I think anyone will walk away from a golf course. If the greens are good, they're going to be pretty happy, and then if everything else is great on top of that, then it's even better. In regards to course setup, we talk about, you know, I've played a lot of Pro-Ams, and like, you'd go to some courses and you would have the pins 3 foot off the edge of the green in ridiculous spots, and I think you've got to be careful doing that. It takes away from it a little bit. You sure have a few tricky pins here and there. You don't want to make it really easy, but when you start putting pins right near slopes and right near the edge of the green, I think that can just take away from it a little bit, and it gives something for people to complain about, which we want to try and limit that as much as possible. I think speed of greens is really important. Like, you do want to get the greens quick, but you don't want to go stupid with it, especially for members. Pros probably like it, but pros are used to playing greens here that are probably around 10 on the stimp meter. If you get it up to 13, 14, they'll, you know, be out here for 5 hours. So I'm not going to be planning to get the greens super quick, even if the weather suits it. They might be a little bit quicker than what we usually see, but not anything stupid.
Oh, when I was out in the course with Brad, he did say he liked prescribed to the 6-6-6 pin method. So 6 easy ones, 6 middle ones, 6 hard ones. Are there any diabolical pins that the two of you, from a Drouin perspective, will like want to set up that we can maybe preview? Well, this goes out, I think, the week before a week of.
I dare say I'll probably be in charge of doing it, but we did have a meeting with the PGA and they were very adamant not to go silly with it. But there'll be a few. They're not going to be all easy. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But it'll be fair. But in talking, we don't want to see ridiculously low scores.
Look, at the end of the day, I'd rather go and see, you know, Brad shoot 63 and win the event, rather than a golf pro go out and shoot 73, get a check, because the pins and the course will set up so unbelievably hard. At the end of the day, they're just like Pro-Am pros that we've got here. They're not tour players that are expecting pin places to be tucked away and stuff. Sure, the odd one or two you can get away with, but I think we just want to keep the course, if we can, very playable, because we've got to remember we're going to have a lot of sponsors playing as well that aren't regular golfers. You want them to have a good day out as well.
We should do one where, like, an unsanctioned Pro-Am where the USGA defends par out here, and we'll see how we can go.
And as Ryan knows here, some of our greens, if you slicked them up a little bit and you could put some pins in some tough places, it would make the game totally different here.
Yeah, I can't wait. The unofficial Tee It Up Pro-Am.
We won't have it for maybe 2026.
Yeah, let's do that.
Things get going a bit and maybe bring it into 227, 228 Pro-Am.
Yeah, Brad, what would you like to see, just in terms of from a Pro-Am?
Well, I mean, the first thing for me is just to have an event back on the schedule. That's pretty big for me. Like, I'm obviously more to play in is unreal, so I'm already very happy. And obviously talking to the boys in here and what they've had to say about the Pro-Am like from an organisation side of things, and then from a golf course side of things, I'm pretty comfortable. This event's going to be awesome. I'm looking forward to getting back out there and playing. So yeah, just I think one of the things I love is like really excited golfers, like excited members, and as you said, with the membership selling out the spot so quick, it seems like we're going to have a lot of excited members playing, which obviously makes it better for me. I sort of like to feed off their energy playing myself and seeing them having a good day. So yeah, I think we're going to have a good day no matter what out here already.
Make sure the crowd follows you around.
No crowd. No.
He'll be the profile group on tee number 11.
He did say he didn't want to tee off to you the first
I
hole.
did, yeah. Well, that's because Johnny actually told me that the racetrack was out of bounds.
So yeah, what?
No, it's not. The racetrack is not out of bounds.
Exactly.
Even in the
you are.
He set me up for the first shot of the day. He did, and I was like, well, I don't want to tee off the first one, that's out of bounds. But yeah, so just talking scores, like what score do you think you'll win? And I guess just for me, hopefully none of the other pros listen to this one, I can just get some insider tips. What do you think's what's going to take to win?
Depends on where you go in.
Yeah, look, it really does depend a little bit on the weather on the day. Like
course.
if it's if it's a perfect day for golf, like I predict, look, 65, 63 in that region will be the winning score. Like someone's got to try and knock off Hamo's course record of 64.
Oh, there you go. Good. Yep.
But by the way, he shot 64 again on the weekend. So
nice.
Just a standard score for Ryan.
Is there ever an asterisk on that because you set the pins up?
Yeah.
Don't start.
Mate,
I get it every week.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters where the pins are.
Yeah.
Pins are left or?
Both ways.
It doesn't matter where the flags are drawn. You still shoot 63 to 5 or whatever he shoots every week. It's just normal.
Yeah.
Look, my prediction, like I said, if the weather's perfect and all that, I do think someone will shoot 65 to 63 maybe.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
And what do you think's important from your?
I think
what do you think
me
they
as a
need to do
golfer
to
here,
shoot
now
that?
Ryan plays here a lot as well as I do. I think where you miss the greens in some places here is important. I think a lot of the times you've got to be a little bit below the pin.
Yep.
You don't necessarily want to hit past some of our greens because some of them have got drops off the back, so over the back on some of our holes are not great. So my advice to any pro coming here is make sure you may be under club rather than over club into the green.
You might it is quite a short course, and guys will come here, and I mentioned to you this morning, Brad, all the par fives are reachable. You've probably got, especially if you can fly it 260, 270, like I'm sure some guys can, you're going to have at least 4 to 5 par fours that you're going to be knocking it pretty close to. So if you can drive it good, you're going to set yourself up with a really good chance to make a lot of birdies. So talking about a score, I think 64 around that number is going to be pretty realistic if the weather's good. So
Awesome, boys. Well, I'm really looking forward to the event. Obviously, Feb 6.
Feb the 6th.
Yep, Friday, Feb the 6th, Drouin Pro-Am. Looking forward to seeing you out there on the pro side, I hope.
Yep, same to you, yeah.
Ryan beating up on some of the other pros he's going to play with.
On about all of them, I'd reckon.
Is your son's going to play in it?
Definitely one of them. The other one's working, so I'm not sure yet. But I'd hope they both can play if they can.
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Drouin Pro-Am, Friday, Feb the 6th. Make sure you keep an eye out. If you haven't, there were 4 spots, so we can't get any more spots, can we?
Not for pros, we can't.
Not for pros, no, but it's, looking forward to it in about a month or so time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Thanks,
guys.
Done. Easy.
Beautiful.
That was really good.
That's
really
us.
Thank you, boys.
Happy with that, Johnny?
Happy with that.
Awesome.